Hey, this is Monty with Build Brothers, starting my digital inspection for a realtor. Now today we're inspecting a flat concrete tile roof in the Poway area, and this house was built in 1987, making it about 38 years old. Starting underneath the eaves, I'm noticing they've all been freshly painted black. But even with the new paint, there are still clear signs of severe wood rot in multiple sections, which will eventually need to be addressed. An example of this is near the fascia on this corner. If I press it with my finger, it's really soft, and you can see visible signs of wood rot in that area. I'm also seeing signs of wood rot along the fascia board on the perimeter. So we can get a closer look at that in a second, but moving up to the roof, this appears to be the original system since there's no drip edge along the perimeter. Drip edge is that metal flashing that goes along the fascia board and prevents water from seeping into that wood anytime it rains. So we did just have some rain yesterday, which is probably why that wood is so soft. All right, moving on. For tile roofs, the underlayment is going to be the most important part of the roof, and this is what we want to pay attention to. So this current underlayment has become very brittle and smooth, and it breaks apart very easily when disturbed. So another concern is that none of the penetrations have any sealant in place, leaving those areas vulnerable to water intrusion. You can see that that heat vent is completely open. I think this is the only one that has sealant on this roof. But if we take a look over here, that one is open as well. And another thing I wanted to point out, because we have the same thing going on this fascia board, this is what's happening when there's no drip edge. And you can see that wood begins to rot. So this is completely falling apart underneath here. Another thing in this area is there's also a few tiles beginning to slip near the roof to wall flashing. This can open up pathways for water to get underneath the tile and accelerate the damage to the underlayment. And you can see just how worn that material is. On top of that, there's 3 different solar systems installed here, including pool solar on both sides of the roof. So one system uses an older style standoff mount where the post actually comes up through the tile. And I'll show you here. 1 second. You can see that coming right through there. So these installs are mostly discontinued today because they're prone to leaks and cracked tiles. So current standards require flashed integrated mounts for better protection. Moving on to the second system, this one is a little different. It uses tile hooks that actually slip under the roof tile and attach to the rafter. While these avoid, drilling through the tiles, they can still cause breakage over time and aren't as watertight as today's preferred flash mounts. Moving on here, we do have areas of repair. So it looks like some repairs have been done in the past. Oh. But again, we can see that there's no sealant on these penetrations. Those are completely open. Again, just for consistency, you can see just how brittle this stuff is. Very easy to break apart, very smooth. Typically, new felt paper is going to be very granular to the touch and hard to break apart. So, in conclusion, at nearly 4 decades old, this roof is well past its expected life. Typically, tile roofs in Southern California last anywhere from 25 to 30 years, but at this stage, repairs or any tune-ups would be likely only to provide temporary relief. So the homeowner should begin planning for a full roof replacement soon to avoid any ongoing issues, especially with all the additional penetrations from the solar systems. So I will get this out. Thank you.